Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Sing Confidently, Live Creatively podcast. Estelle here. Today, I want to talk to you about how you are an artist as a singer, performer, performing artist. You're wanting to get back into singing. How the way that you're going to be able to continue in your journey of getting back into singing and feel accomplished by the end of it is by making sure that you are building your artistry along the way. And I've realized this in myself as a singer and a voice teacher, and I want to share with you what that looks like, why that's important. So, yeah, that's why this is on my heart to share today. I'm recording these ahead of time because I'm gonna be in New York finishing up not finishing up, but working on some classes for my master's in person. For my master's in music and music education. I thought I'd be finishing it up, but such is life. I'm spreading it out a little bit more, but it's okay. It's all good. I'm gonna be in New York, so like, who can complain? Not me. This girl's not complaining. Okay, I'm just saying. But I am getting closer to finishing, and I'm going to be doing my in-person classes in New York all of July. So you guys follow me on Instagram if you aren't already, so you can keep up with all my New York adventures, studying music in the city, where it's all happening. I'm so excited to be sharing over there. I'll definitely be sharing a lot on my Instagram, so you can follow me at Creatively by Estelle on Instagram and come to the Facebook group too, of course, and I'll share over there as well. But yeah, that's how you can keep up with me. But I'm recording these ahead of time, and so you'll be listening to this in the future. But just know this is really, really important to me, and that's why I want to speak about it. That's why I want to share this with you because I know that if you are starting to sing again, you're clicking on this podcast, you're here, you're listening, you're ready to go, you're ready to grow as a singer, you want to feel more confident in your voice. I want you to know that as you are learning like technique and stuff, which I love teaching and talking about here, but at the heart of it, I want you to still build your artistry and focus on being a creative and being a creative person, and being an artist before you are like technically competent as a singer. Because the thing is, like, we're all wanting to be technically competent. Like, we're all wanting to like learn, okay, how do I sing these notes better? How do I make sure I'm staying on pitch? Like, that's important. I'm a voice teacher. Of course, I'm going to tell you that's important, right? How do I make sure that I, have enough, breath to keep me going through the end of the phrase? How do I hold out notes? How do I, produce a stronger sound? Like, those things are important. And I want to help you guys. I want to help you with that for sure. And that's why I put out content, hopefully to help you with those different aspects of technique. But at the heart of it, like, build your artistry because that's what makes singing, like, that's what's gonna make you keep going. Because if you're only focused on like, oh, okay, I just want to real quick, I need to know about like how do I sing this in this part of my voice. Oh, okay. I got that tip. I got that. I built that technique a little bit. What's going to happen is that you're going to give up on singing next week. Let me tell you that right now. Like, I've seen this again and again. You just want to know the quick fix of like, how do I sing this high note real quick? Oh, okay. I work on this thing with my breath and this thing with my placement. Okay, okay. I understand a little bit more about resonance and oh, I need to open up in this way, and this is the technique. Okay, okay. And then like you work on it for a couple weeks, and then it's just easy to kind of drop off if you haven't committed to being an artist first. If you haven't committed to being a creative person, a creative artist, and saying that, yeah, I'm gonna be an artist, then you're going to let go of the singing as as a hobby, as an outlet, as a career path. Some of you guys you say you want it as a hobby, but I know deep down you want it as a career path. And that's okay. Like if you have to start with hobby, that's totally fine and totally worthwhile. But I know a lot of you listening would love to be able to be paid to sing or teach music or teach voice, maybe even. So like I know that if you don't commit to being an artist, whether it's a hobby, a creative outlet, a side hustle, or a career path, if you're only focused on, let me just get this quick tip, let me just understand this technique, you're not going to be able to keep going. You're not going to be able to keep going. You're going to stop after a week or two. You're going to do one lesson and then you're going to kind of forget about it. You're going to sing, one time in a karaoke night or open mic night, and then, maybe we'll pick it back up next year, right? Have you had that happen before? It's because you need to keep working on building your artistry and building the fact that you are an artist before you're focused on just building technique or just learning a quick tip on Instagram or through a podcast or a quick voice lesson. No, I want you to focus on building yourself as an artist. That's something that I'm really working on myself, and it's like not only focused on with my students, not only focus on helping them develop technique, which I want them to do, like, because I want them to sing sustainably. I want them to be healthy. I don't want them to be tense and straining and all those things that could hurt them vocally and physically, right? So I want to be very careful, which is why I do focus on good technique, but I also want to make sure that they're having fun and that they're enjoying it because that's what's going to contribute to them being artists and that they're, connecting to the songs, that they're connecting emotionally to what they're doing. Otherwise, they're going to drop off after a couple lessons. And same thing with me as a singer. If I'm not connected to the song that I'm working on, if I don't have like a drive to be a storyteller, to be an artist, and I'm only focused on, oh, I need to get this note right. Oh, I need to work on this note. Oh, I need to do this warm up. Oh, I need to build this technique, as a singer and riffing and belting and whatever it is. And I'm not connected to the story and I'm not being an artist, like I'm not gonna keep working on that song. Let's be real. Like you don't keep pushing towards the goal if the goal is not you being an artist. If the goal is just you getting a skill or building a skill, that's great. But then like one day passes, 1 week passes, 2 weeks pass, you don't get it perfectly. It's gonna be really easy to move right along. So I want you to focus at this point right now. Can we commit together, my girl, my listener, my friend? Okay, singer, can we commit together that we are going to be artists? We are not just going to be focusing on the technical. It is technical, right? There are mechanics to it. It's like a motor learning skill, right? But it's not all technical and mechanical. Can you commit with me? Like, let's build our artistry. Let's focus on being artists, period. Performing artists, right? Creative artists, singers who are creative in our singing. We are not just singing what is written on the sheet music, what is written on the page. We're not just singing what this singer sang, copying them word for word, note for note. No, we are being creative. So a couple things that I'm focusing on, and I want you to join me in focusing on, if this is you and you're like really losing that steam, like you don't feel like you want to keep going with voice lessons, you don't feel like you want to keep going at all as a singer, maybe you're losing that like creative spark and you just don't know what to do. One, I want you to own that you are creative. I am creative. Can you say it with me? Let's do it. Here we go. I am creative. Again, I am creative. Let's do it in song. Like we're having fun today. I am creative. Here we go. I'm going to turn on my original sound so you can hear me. All right, I'm singing now. Let's sing this together. I am creative. We're just having fun over here. Okay. Is that kind of cringe? I feel like a younger person would say, Estelle, that's so cringe. Anyway, I'm only 26, but I feel like I've been cringe my whole life. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's fine. Like, I just want you to own it. I want us to own it. Own your weird, own your creativity. Sing it out loud if you need to. I am creative. Like, say it with confidence. You are creative. Can you own that? Can you own that? And then, like, that's what I'm wanting to do in this season and forever. I want to own, I am creative, I'm an artist. And then from there, start to create, start to act that out by being expressive. So when you're singing a song, you're working on a song this week, you're working on a song next week, whatever, today, emphasize certain words, certain notes, hold them out a little bit more, lean into them so that you're not just singing a song, let's say a song. I'm just gonna, let's see. I don't want to just sing under my umbrella. Okay, great. Under my umbrella, right? You hear how I'm leaning into certain words? That alone is creating some artistry, leaning into words. I call it caressing the notes. I haven't told that to anyone, but in my mind, that's how I think about it when I hear singers like Whitney Houston, Beyonce, Barbara Streisand, like these singers who they just know how to Celine Dion, they just know how to caress a note. They know how to lean into a note. That is artistry. Lean into your notes. Express each note. Not every single note needs that emphasis, but the notes that are meaningful, the words that are meaningful. Can you play around with that? Can you play around with your body language, your facial expressions? Can you story tell as a singer? Can you tell the story and not just sing it, with the perfect technique? You're doing the right things, but there's no life to it, right? Can you put some life, some energy, some expression to it and tell the story of whatever the song is? It doesn't have to be musical theater. You can still tell the story of a pop song. You can tell a story through an indie folk song. You can tell a story through a jazz or R&B song. Like you can tell a story no matter what the genre. So that's a way to be creative as a singer, right? By being creative with your ornamentation, right? Adding riffs, adding yodels, deciding to belt a note versus then deciding to add in a little lighter falsetto to kind of change the emotion of that note, right? Building a song, adding dynamics, getting a little bit louder, then getting softer. That adds flavor. So that is how you as a singer can build artistry, not just singing, okay, this is what I have to do. I have to hit this note, then I'm going to hit this note next, and I'm going to sing this note next. And it's like, okay, that's not fun for you to sing, and it's not fun for anyone to listen to, right? Per se. I mean, even though your voice is beautiful, I'm sure, but it's so much more interesting for both you and your listener and your audience to see you being expressive, to see you really being an artist and a creative, as well as a technically correct singer, right? So really just test this out as you sing this week. See if you can connect with that creative part of yourself by first of all owning that you are creative. Sing that song again if you need to. I am creative, right? Sing it out loud if you need to. Sing that song for yourself to remind yourself I am creative. And then from there, start to be creative in your singing. Don't just sing the notes like you normally would. Really think about connecting to the story. Think about, translating the emotion of the song through how you caress and hold out the notes, how you emphasize the notes, your body language, your facial expressions, your adding ornamentation, riffs, yodels, belting, changing the dynamics. Try that out as you sing this week. And hey, another way to increase your artistry and build your artistry right now as a beginner singer and performer is to connect with other creatives, connect with other people who are inspiring you. And like I said, I'm going to be in New York in July, and I'll be sharing lots of creative inspiration and just like my journey on Instagram. So you can connect with me over on Instagram at Creatively by Estelle. But you can also come to our Facebook community. It is free for you to ask questions about being an artist, ask questions about singing. Yeah, you can ask technical questions about singing, but also you can ask things about how do I inspire myself creatively this week? Go ask a question in there. You can go to creativelybyestelle.com/community and go post something in there. Like that's a great way to start to connect with other creatives who can inspire you. That's a great way for us to connect. I will answer you back and I'll chat with you in there. So again, creativelybyestelle.com/community. Follow me on Instagram at creativelybyestelle if you want to hang out with me over there. And you guys know I'm here for voice lessons. I have online lessons available until the end of July at the discounted rate. And if you need help with not only having the technique, but also coupling that with confidence in your artistry and in being a creative person, then you can also work with me. I would love to do a lesson with you and help you out with that. And that's at creativelybyestelle.com/studio. You can book a lesson over there. And I'd be happy to help you out with this, but go forth in this week, build your artistry, make sure that you connect with one other creative, whether in the community or with me on my Instagram page. Come and connect over there so that you are surrounding yourself with other artists who are building their artistry as well. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so, so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the performing arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so, so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.